Hi, second grade friends. This is Miss Wick, and we're here to talk about your packets. So, a couple days ago when you received your packets, you were notified that you would be working through those packets at your own pace, maybe one assignment per day. And last week we talked about an important concept to understand when you're thinking about reading informational text, and that is understanding the difference between topic, main idea, and supporting details. Today we're going to talk about how best to answer comprehension questions in your packets. And so our target for this short lesson is I can answer questions in complete sentences using words from the questions. This is also called restating the question. So we're going to focus on writing our best answers to our nonfiction comprehension questions. So in your packet, the first text was all about islands. I'm using this one for my example because you've probably already made yourself familiar with this text. An example question about that passage that's not really in that assignment, but an example question might look something like this. What is the topic of the passage titled Water All Around? This is a typical question you would get when you're learning how to read informational text. Let's look at the question again. What is the topic of the passage titled Water All Around? Well, we remember what a topic is. A topic can be captured in one or two words. This question's not asking about the main idea. The topic of this passage about islands is islands. That's the topic. But how can we answer that in the best possible way? Well, here are 3 examples of how some kids might answer that question. And I want you to see if you can figure out which answer is correct, has the most detail, and repeats the words from the question. So I want to bring this down a little bit. While I'm pulling this poster down, I want you to think about your answer. What would your answer be? How would you structure that sentence to the question, what is the topic of the passage titled Water All Around? Okay. So one way that question could be answered is just with the answer. The answer is islands. Is this answer correct? Yeah, the topic is islands. Is it a complete sentence? Nope, it's just one word. Does it restate any part of the question? Not really. Let's look at the next option. The next option says, it's islands. Well, now we have a complete sentence, right? This is a complete sentence. It's islands. Islands is the topic of the passage. It has a period, it has a capital. It's correct. Does it use words from the question, though, in the answer? Nope. Okay, let's look at this one. The topic of the passage is islands. It's still correct. It uses words from the question, and it's in the form of a long, detailed sentence. Let's try to figure out which words I used from the question. What is the topic of the passage titled Water All Around? The topic of the passage is. The topic of the passage. I used all of these words from the question in my answer to help me structure my sentence. The topic of the passage is islands with a period and a capital. That is the strongest way for you to answer a comprehension question in your packets. So, in addition to remembering the difference between topic, main idea, and supporting details, I hope you'll also consider answering questions in complete sentences with words from the question. All right, friends, good luck.